Hello everyone, Jet English. Long time no see. It's still me, and I'm alive. Thanks God, I'm still alive, and I'm safe and sound. As you can see, just a bit sleepy, just a bit worn off, but yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. Guys, I'm super busy, and I'm creating my speaking club. That's the reason why I haven't been around for so long. I'm building up my speaking club for advanced speakers. So if you are an advanced speaker of English or upper intermediate speaker of English, please write in the comments below and I send you the link. Let's get started. I decided that it's a good idea to read some interesting stories. Not that interesting, but I can make them interesting for you and to practice my English because in our speaking club, people wouldn't discuss such texts. Oh, they are considered boring. But I love them because they have many interesting phrases, many helpful phrases for everyday use. Let's get started. Let's go. Today we have two stories. Number one, Andrew. First time I'll read it for you. Just read without any comments. Let's go. Andrew got down on his hands and knees. He put a dry sponge into the bucket. The bucket was full of soapy water. He squeezed the sponge. He scrubbed the kitchen floor. There were marks on the floor. There were spots on the floor. There was old food on the floor. He scrubbed the floor clean. Then he took the bucket into the bathroom. He poured the soapy water into the tub. The water went down the drain. He turned on the shower. He rinsed the tub. He turned the bucket over so it would dry. He washed his hands. Nice little story, but so many cool phrases that you can use in your everyday speaking English activities. Um, let's see what it's all about. Andrew got down on his hands and knees. So your hands and your knees. Oops. So this is your knee. So he lies down on the floor, but not on his back, but on his hands and knees, so like a dog, like in this dog position. Um, he put a dry sponge into the bucket. All of you know this character, SpongeBob, right? And his name consists of two words, Sponge and Bob. Bob is just a name. Now, there are many people who have the name Bob. But Sponge, it's something like this. It's a very soft, rectangular piece of material that allows you to wash your dishes or to wash the floor. So it's a special material. It's very soft that can contain water. It can contain um, soap and water inside, and you can wash very effectively. You can clean and wash and scrub very effectively. So it's called a sponge. By the way, this thing has a lot of bacteria on it. So it's important to change it regularly. Don't forget, if you use it for too long, it's too dirty. A lot of microbes and bacteria are there. So you don't want to touch it. And it's bad. It's just that bad. Just change them around. I don't know how regularly, but according to the instructions, let's say. So he put a dry sponge into the bucket. What is the bucket? This is the bucket, this plastic container for water. So he put a dry sponge, let's say, sponge, yes, sponge. He put a dry sponge into the bucket. The bucket was full of soapy water, so there was a lot of soapy water with soap. What is soap? Soap, let me show you. Soap is the thing that we can use for washing our hands or washing our body. And this is brick, special material. Brick of, I don't know what this is, but this is a brick. that we use for washing our hands, washing our body. He squeezed the sponge. He squeezed the sponge so the all the water comes out, and it's, you know, it doesn't fall on the floor, it doesn't drop on the floor. So you don't want the floor to be very wet, right? Because you can fall down. So you squeeze it so it's dry. It's a little bit wet, just a little bit wet, and then you can scrub. Then you can scrub. Then you put it into the bucket again. Then you wash it off. Then you squeeze it, and then again the process goes on again and again and again until the entire room is clean and shiny. I hate it. Just hate. I hate just thinking about that. Cleaning everything, millions of surfaces like shelves, the ceiling, the floor, the walls, the shelves, the countertop, the table, the chairs. How can people do that? How can people, clean so much surface? It's incredible. He scrubbed the kitchen floor. So scrub. So you do this motion, this regular back and forth. When the dirt is very sticky, you can you can wash it off easily. So you need to scrub. You need to put some physical effort, and you should do it again and again and again until it's clean. Well, probably this boy Andrew, has to do it more regularly, has to do it more often, because, well, if you scrub it, that means something is wrong, don't you think? It means something is wrong with you. I mean, with your apartment, right? It shouldn't be that bad. The same goes for dishes, like your plates and bowls. If you wash it right away after you have eaten, it's so easy. Well, not all the time, but usually it's easy. Like if you've eaten a soup, or if you've eaten some pasta or potatoes or salad. So it's easy to wash. You just put it under the water, just shake it a little bit, then pour it out, and then boom, it's ready. But if you keep it for a long time, especially eggs are terrible to wash off. So if you keep it for a long time without washing, then when you come back, it's like cement. It's like cement. You need the jackhammer to kick it off. So, good life hack for you: just do it right away. Don't leave it for a long time. Okay, scrub the kitchen floor. Yeah, there were marks on the floor. Like dots. I don't know, like black spots. Honestly, I don't know the difference between marks and spots. I don't know what's the difference. Like the same. Marks on the floor, like some black dots or circles or rectangle, some black areas on your floor. And spots, well, the same. So you can have a spot on your like t-shirt or on your shirt on the floor. There was old food on the floor. Wow, what's wrong with this man? Maybe it's not a man. Maybe it's a bear. I don't know. Maybe it's a. I don't know. What's old food on the floor? Come on. What is old food doing on your floor? This is disgusting. Ew. He scrubbed the floor clean. Then he took the bucket into the bathroom. He poured the soapy water into the tub, and it's not just soapy, I imagine. It's super black and dirty, right? The water went down the drain. What is the drain? The drain is this hole in your bathtub. This is we don't see it, but your bathtub. What is bathtub? I hope you know that. But this is your bathtub, and it has a hole so that the water can go down. Right? It should go somewhere, right? You can take it out using, I don't know, a spoon or a cup, right? You need this hole, this drain. So I don't know what this thing called, this cap. You turn it out, and then the water goes down the drain. He turned on the shower. He rinsed it up. Rinse, rinse. So rinse. When you wash your body, first you use a soap, right? So and you are soapy. You're soapy. Say the soap is all over you, and then you rinse it. You wash it off. He turned the bucket over. He turned the bucket over. No, he turned it upside down like this, so it would dry. He washed his hands. Awesome. Okay, and let's do the second one. Christopher wrote a letter to his sister. His sister lived in another city. His sister did not have a computer. Neither did he. His sister didn't like to use the phone. Neither did he. He wrote his sister a long letter. He told her the news in his life. He told her that he had a new job. He told her that he had a new girlfriend. He told her that he had a new car. He had lots of news for his sister. She would be happy to read his letter. Then she would send him a letter. Her letter would have lots of news too. Wow. What are these people who don't have a computer? And not only don't they have a computer, but they don't like a computer. They don't like to use it. Neither they use a cell phone. Well, what's with these people? Okay, I can assume maybe they're old. This is the first hypothesis. This is the first explanation that I have. Maybe they're old. Old people, they used to live without any gadgets, without any computers, without any technology. They lived a very simple life. They used to lead a very simple life. Like you had books, you could read a lot, you had letters, you could write letters to a friend. It's not like today. It hasn't existed forever, like the social media, Instagram, etc. Yeah, people used to write letters. But just imagine, you take a piece of paper, you take a pen. I don't even know how to hold it properly now. So, and you write your letter, for a long time. You write it careful. Then you're like, okay, no, it's a bad letter. And you like tear it apart. Then you start another letter. No, it's not good either. Then you start another one until it's perfect. And then you put this letter in the envelope and you seal it. Then you put a stamp on it. And then you think it sends automatically? Not, of course not. You go to the mail, the post office. Yeah, the post office. Then you write, you fill in all the information, where it should go, who is the receiver, what's the address, blah, blah, blah. You write as much as you wrote before with in your letter. So you write it again, and then you pay some money. It's not free. Well, maybe if it's not too, not too far away, maybe it was free. It is free. I don't know. But I think if it's a long letter, if it's over a long distance, people paid money for that just to send a letter. Can you imagine that? To send a letter, you should pay money for everything. If you use a Telegram, that's another system for short messages. Telegram, and don't confuse it with the with the messenger Telegram that is popular today. Don't confuse it, because it's funny when people confuse it. It's just another system when you send really short messages and you actually pay for each individual symbol in this letter. Wow, that's unbelievable. And people used to write letters, people read books. I don't know what else they did. And they had fun, they just wandered around the streets, playing games, playing sports, doing crazy things, fighting, running, screaming. I don't know. I had no idea what you can do without a computer and a phone, really. If you guys know, tell me. Um, what else? Maybe these people are, in America, there is a group of people, or there are communities of people that don't use any technology. Like they have this principle, like religious principle, not to use any technology. Live a simple life. This is their principle, and they try hard to avoid any gadgets. So this is another possible explanation for that. Okay, I have some other ideas, but I, I, I'll I'll stick to that. Neither did he. He wrote his sister a letter. I told him this. Okay, one point, or one interesting thing about the using of the word the new. What a long sentence. The word the news. So I want to tell you that if you want to say I have like 3 or 5 or 2, don't say 2 news. Don't say I have 3 news. This is not correct. In standard English, it's not considered correct. You should say, you have many options, by the way. You can say I have 2 news articles, or I have 2 news items, or I have 2 pieces of news. I have 2 pieces of news, or I have 2 bits of news. 2 bits of news, or 2 pieces of news, or 2 news items. I would say I have 2 news items. So be careful, because this word is uncountable. Yeah, uncountable. You can say 1 news, 2 news, 3 news. No. So just be aware. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'm back, and I hope you'll see more of my videos later, because I think that this is still a good idea to just talk to you casually and to read these nice little stories. Okay, see you. I hope you're safe, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're safe. Take care.